That's Detroit's way in.
As long as Aaron Rodgers is still in the division, right?
And the texter says the NFL wildcard ticket is exactly why you don't expand the college plans. Well, that's okay.
Yeah, but in that case, a regular wildcard team got destroyed. The Patriots were killed. They were like the 5th seed.
Right.
6 seed.
6th seed, so that's a regular wildcard team.
Here's the deal. You're still going to get the matchups once. Nobody read you the card. Get the best teams next weekend. There's no dispute on that. Officiating. Plenty of dispute from this week.
Sabres today, 1
At the
o'clock.
stop sign,
Yeah.
turn right onto
They
Milford
got
Road toward
3
New
legitimate
Hudson.
Rookie of the Year candidates.
Yeah, Nedeljkovic had the shutout the other
Right,
night.
people forget Nedeljkovic didn't play, even though he played in the playoffs last year, he didn't play enough regular season games, so he's still considered a rookie, and obviously Sider and Raymond, so it'll be interesting to see how those votes have affected.
And Yzerman, you trust. I mean, that's a haul that he's brought in so far, so good.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, Stoney, the officiating was brutal this weekend, and I know people are going to focus on the NFL games. Can I just first bring up Cade
Oh,
Cunningham?
yes, absolutely.
Okay, because I got all heated and worked up about
In
this
1.2
yesterday, and
miles,
I heard the
the
fans at
destination is on your
LCA
right.
felt the same way.
29321 Milford
Ref,
Road.
you suck.
Right.
Ref, you suck. They're showing it on ESPN right now.
Yeah.
Cade Cunningham goes baseline, dunks it,
Yeah.
has the gall, the audacity to show emotion, points at his own bench as
Right.
kind of a, hey, look what I just did, I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
And immediately, we can't have that in sports. Referee
In 1
says
mile,
that's your second
the
team.
destination is on
Get
your
out
right.
of here. There's no place in the game
29321
for
Milford
wretched
Road.
behavior the way you just displayed. You have disrespected the game. Goodbye. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. What are we doing, Stoney?
Well, first of all, time and place. Number one, the Pistons were still getting blown out, okay? It was like, what?
20 at the time.
20 at the time. And, Cade had 21 points, and, maybe he was going to go for a career high. It was going to be at least fun, even though they were getting their, crap kicked out of them.
Mm-hmm.
You had an afternoon game where, at least on television, it looked like the lower bowl was packed. I have no idea what the upper bowl looked like. And people want to see him play. And the official, made a mistake. He didn't admit it, but because he thought that Cunningham was, taunting the guy who was
One of the guys he
Jalen
dunked on.
Smith, who dunked on.
Yeah.
Who was actually kind of like behind him.
Right, Cade was not pointing at
Pointing
anybody.
at his own bench, and he later talked about how he was pointing at a friend of his who was sitting behind the bench.
Yeah.
And it's not like, for lack of a better player, a different player, it's not like it was like Draymond or Rasheed Wallace, somebody who's always mouthy, things like that.
Some of the reputation.
Yes, know the room, okay? Cade Cunningham, now he got a technical earlier in the game, that's why.
Earlier in the quarter, too.
That's why he got tossed, because it was a second.
Yeah, and
technical, but still.
I don't even think it's worthy of teeing the guy
No.
up. I don't get it, because I think the one thing that should always be preserved in sports, emotions and passions. Fun! Hey, Devin Booker, the other context. Devin Booker dunks on the other end. He's playing back in his home state. He's having a game, right?
Yeah.
So is Cade. They're going shot for shot. Cade dunks it. What does he do? Genuine human emotion.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm having fun playing basketball.
Yeah.
And what does the NBA do? Got to crack down on it. We saw it with the NFL and taunting early in the season. The one thing you got to preserve to me, what makes sports so great, the passion, the fun,
Yes.
the emotion that comes from it.
I mean, we always
So even if he was pointing at a Suns player, I would defend him staying in the game.
Yeah, well, you always, criticize these. Oh, they don't care. They're just going through the motions. No, when they have emotions that are like this, you embrace it. You don't do little ridiculous things. Like the NFL, what was it? A couple of weeks ago, they wouldn't let, I think it was Stephon Diggs or whatever, wear like a tribute to John Madden cleats during the game. I mean, okay, look, I know there's a rule, but like, come on, seriously.
Well, and there needs to be, I get like rules are rules. Some people are very strict about it. Context matters. You have to ask questions about why certain rules exist.
Right.
If you're pointing at a guy, I know the league is very particular about things like that. Who cares?
True.
Here's my rebuttal. Don't get dunked on. Don't get dunked. Hey, if you don't want Cade Cunningham to reverse slam it and then point at you, he didn't point at you. But if you don't want him to do it, here's an idea. Move your feet. Put your hands up. Block the ball. Play defense. If not, get him next time, bud. This is a long
He
game.
didn't do anything wrong, and like Phoenix didn't.
Phoenix didn't even care.
No, I saw
The
a highlight
destination
where
is on your
Booker
right.
made a three, and he's like yapping at the
29321
crowd.
Milford Road.
I believe he said,
Arrived.
like, this is my city.
Right.
It's like, first of all, you went to Granville High School. It's not like you're from Detroit. But,
Yeah.
but whatever, he's from the state.
Yeah,
Fine.
well, hey, I would have taken Stanley Johnson instead of that.
I don't know if you guys know this. Yeah, exactly. What about Spider Mitchell, 248? No, I mean, Stoney, I don't want to harp too much on a game where the Pistons were down
Right.
20.
Yeah, no, it's the
but
point.
the broader point is officiating.
Yeah, and there has to, like in the NFL, okay, look, this is the officials, who, by the way, will not be back in the Raiders-Bengals game, they screwed that. I mean, how do you what's the purpose of even a whistle? Okay, on that touchdown, that it should have been blown dead.
Wait,
How?
why?
Because there was a whistle. That's
Oh, I get what you're saying.
That's the rule. Once
Yeah.
the whistle blows, the play is dead.
Even though it was an inadvertent, incorrect whistle.
Correct, and there's no
Good
way the
idea.
whistle changed anything. So, as originally, I was like, really, that's that big. But you know what? If you're gonna have a rule, at least these officials. And I was watching like some of the holding and things like that is called, isn't called.
Roughing the passer stuff.
Oh,
I've set Stoney off.
look, it's not why the Eagles lost, okay?
Correct.
But early on, that roughing the passer penalty on Brady was just, it was a joke. The Derek Barnett, they should give him a Brady finally got to a quarterback. I mean, man, oh man, that was just awful. And there was another call in that game. Oh, there should have been a late hit on Tampa.
When Hurts was going out of bounds, right?
Yes, they didn't call that either.
Well, there's often been a problem with mobile quarterbacks not getting the same calls that the statue quarterbacks get.
Correct.
And I get it. Once you turn into a runner, you need to be treated as a runner. But Cam Newton for years, and some of it's the whole Shaq factor, right? You're bigger, you're faster, stronger. People think you can just absorb the hits. If they're hits that you would call on Tom Brady, they're hits that you need to call on other quarterbacks.
Correct.
If Tom Brady was running out of bounds the way Jalen Hurts was, and somebody hit him after the play, it would absolutely be a penalty.
Right. There were hits in the Cowboys-Niners game that weren't called, that I don't think should have been, but weren't any more or less severe than what the one Brady got, the benefit of the doubt on that call as well. But look, as much as I love Brady, I mean, it's true, he gets the benefit of the calls, as many superstars and GOATs have for years in every sport. Gretzky, Jordan, name it. It's the way it
Yeah,
is.
this
You know, the
could
thing
be a
that
good
worries
spot.
me too, and
Park.
kind of annoys me about the whistle in the Bengals game is it seems like the refs don't even know the rules. Because every scoring play is reviewed, he didn't need to blow the whistle. It would have been reviewed whether Burrow stepped out or not on the scoring play.
Exactly. And that's another reason why I think those guys are not going to be officiating